G'day, we're Keza and Steve. We've swapped the daily grind for the big lap. 12 months in our Ford Everest and off-road caravan with our spoilt furry child, Nala. It's all about adventure before dementia. Making memories one magical campsite at a time. Please follow us along on our journey. This is Kalgoorlie School. It's about 50 kilometres northwest of Killarney, maybe north of Killarney. It's a school built by the Kale family, Kale brothers. Obviously there it says 1939. Educate the kids in the area.
They put a golden roof over it to protect it.
Yeah. How cool.
Would you like to have any copies of any of the things that are here in this building? Please contact Gary.
Yeah. When we were in Killarney yesterday, our nephew Alex pointed us to the location, Kalgoorlie School, which is called in there. It's about 50 kilometres sort of northwestish of Killarney. Mud brick school built in 1939 and operated through to 1954. Some nice history in there, some photos, old photos of the old school kids and the teachers. Very interesting. You, unless you hear about these things from people in the know, you really wouldn't find a lot of them. Put the drone up and Lake Goldfields, I think it is, in the distance. Another salt lake in the area. Beautiful from the air. Beautiful from the car as we're driving through. Very interesting. We're driving along rabbit-proof fence road. It's probably about the 4th or 5th time that we've actually been on a road called rabbit-proof fence road. Alongside us here we can see an old fence with a fine mesh on it, like the Chukwi fence, all the way along. So we're assuming that's the rabbit-proof fence. It's just got sticks holding the fence up, the old fence posts. But yeah, it's probably 300 or 400 kilometres north of where we first encountered rabbit-proof fence road. And our plans are to go and see the end of the rabbit-proof fence on the south near Esperance, which hopefully will be about a week or so's time. This is Payne's Find Gold Battery. Tourist attraction that doesn't appear to be open. Payne's Find is this little roadhouse on this spot here. about, I don't know, 200 or so kilometres north of Kalgoorlie. Thought we'd stop here and have some lunch. There is a free camp down the road, but it's only about 1 o'clock, 1:30, so I think we'll just have some lunch and move on. What do you think? Oh yeah, public holiday today. We spent the night in Mount Magnet to begin the Goldfields part of our trip, before moving on to Sandstone. Sandstone sits in the heart of WA's old goldfields. A tiny town born from a massive rush in the early 1900s. At its peak it had thousands of people, hotels, a brewery and even a tramway running out to the mines. Now there's not much left other than old relics and memories. Today it's quiet red dirt country, dotted with old ruins and that famous natural arch, London Bridge, carved out over millions of years. It's one of those places where the gold rush might be long gone, but the stories are well displayed throughout the town. London Bridge is a huge natural sandstone arch just outside Sandstone, shaped by millions of years of wind and weather. It stretches more than 100 metres, with a thin spine that glows deep red at sunrise and sunset. Early prospectors named it after the famous bridge back home, but out here it feels completely its own, quiet, rugged and standing strong in the middle of the goldfields. These road trains were common sight along this stretch. This one has 98 wheels and we saw many that had well over 100. Karen thinks that it's weird that I try to count the wheels as they go past. We were lucky enough to spot this wedge-tailed eagle and stop to get its photo. Some interesting anatomy parts on some of these. Lake Ballard is a vast salt lake in WA's northern goldfields. A blinding white plain that stretches to the horizon. When you step onto it, everything goes quiet except the crunch of the salt under your boots. Scattered across the lake are 51 slender metal figures. They are part of Anthony Gormley's Inside Australia installation. Each one is based on a local resident, scanned and stretched into these tall, ghost-like forms. They stand alone on the salt, watching the landscape, shifting the mood with every change of light. What better place to watch the blood moon rise in the sky? This is Lake Ballard campground. It's a free camp, drop toilets, a couple of shelters. In fact, I think there's 2 drop toilets, one at the campground, one at the entry to the campground. Lake Ballard is obviously where all the sculptures sit in the salt lake. Beautiful spot. It was nice and clear here last night, not much wind. We were the only ones here apart from a rooftop tent which camped about 100 metres away from us. Beautiful spot. It was then on to the most famous of the mining towns, Kalgoorlie. The first tour we did in Kalgoorlie was Hannon North Mine Tour. Do you feel small?
Yes, I do.
It's a big Tonka truck.
With the size comparison, 9 6 foot.
I'm a very tall person, 6'10".
Yes. Yes, you are. This is the dynamite room, where they would store all the explosives.
Voor een Model A, je laat dat, verwerking in de Model 10.
And you had stripped it off, and they had a piece of mica in the middle. You didn't have an electric windscreen wiper, you had a hand one. You were.
Pay off it when you get paid.
Hmm. Some old gear in here. Can find some money.
I'm playing 2 up. I'm going to win.
Coming spinner. There was a gold panning pond as part of the tour. We found a couple of pieces of gold about the size of a grain of sand.
What, Eddie?
This is the Museum of the Goldfields, the highlight of which is over $4 million worth of gold in the vault. And the 360-degree views of Kalgoorlie from the tower. A visit to Kalgoorlie wouldn't be complete without doing the brothel tour. We would highly recommend this eye-opening tour presented by Kalgoorlie's last remaining madam. She was hilarious. Finally, the must-do tour is the Super Pit tour. A well-conducted, highly informative tour of Kalgoorlie's largest mine. The mine produces 800 to 900,000 ounces of gold annually. That's in excess of $5.2 billion worth of gold at the current value. The sheer size of this pit is amazing, and when you see trucks are coming from underground, you just have to marvel in the operation. This machinery is massive. After Kalgoorlie, we move on to Coolgardie. No wonder we get confused with the names. Here we are meeting our good friends Bob and Patricia, who are taking us out to the gold mine and to show us how to find some gold. A fraction of the size, Coolgardie was actually founded before Kalgoorlie in 1892, with Kalgoorlie founded in 1893 when prospectors Patrick "Paddy" Hannon, Tom Flanagan and Dan Shea set off from Coolgardie in search of gold. This is Coolgardie. Old machinery and a bit of display at the old gold mining time. A lot of old history in this town, I bet. Look at the old buildings. We're in a top secret location today. We're going hunting for gold. We can't tell you where it is or who we're with.
But he's a professional.
Well, so he tells us anyway. And yeah, we're going out looking for some gold. See if we can find a little nugget or two. I don't think we're going to be retiring at the end of it, but we'll see how we go. So I've just been corrected. We are not hunting for gold.
What are we
are
doing?
fossicking for gold. Bob showed us how to use the detectors and the best method for finding gold.
How deep they are. They'll always hum, and you could think, oh, I found a piece of gold when it's actually out. They'll always hum, but when it comes across something, that's the noise you're looking for.
Smile for YouTube, Michael.
Hello YouTube! Hello!
What do we call this, Bob? Bob's camp?
This is the Lord Mayor of Dunsville-on-Sea at his winter palace.
His winter palace. There you go.
He's no longer with us. He's now buried in the cold hard ground of Coolgardie.
There you go.
I am his deputy mayor.
Deputy mayor.
Unelected. Self-appointed.
Very good. Nice.
Who's there? Ready?
Oh,
I
yes.
can't see him.
Kunex. We went looking for Kunex. I don't know, what do you call it? Trapping? Trapping Kunex?
Kunex trapping.
Kunex trapping. There's probably what, 100 in there?
Took our life in our hands. Put your hand in there and grab a big handful, Paddy.
Nice. We call them yabbies, but they're coonacks on this side of the world.
Yep.
That we cooked up later.
As an entree.
Take a video of that, eh?
Well done.
This is our camp. This is the car that we cleaned 2 days ago. It was spotless. What do you got, Karen? I think you got a great big nugget there somewhere. We had a fantastic couple of days with Bob and Patricia, and we learnt a thing or two about gold prospecting. Those in the know will no doubt hear the story of Kez's Isle of Man nugget, which somewhat resembles the Isle of Man flag, so aptly named. We would again like to thank Bob and Patricia for sharing their time and showing us their own unique part of the country. We had a fantastic time and so grateful for the generosity, hospitality and the friendship we have. Back in Perth, Bob showed us some of his past gold finds. In the next video, we get down and dirty on the Holland track. It was so much fun. Thanks again for watching. Remember, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up. It will help our channel grow. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It's free. If you enjoyed this episode, hit like, subscribe and stay with us for the next chapter. Thanks for being part of the story. Cheers for now, Keza and Steve.